Grounds crew members work on the infield of Citizens Bank Park before Monday night's game against the Nationals. Matt Slocum, Associated Press, by Chelsea Janes. Chelsea Janes, reporter covering the Washington Nationals. Email bio follows. September 10 at 6:24 p.m. Philadelphia. Rain was falling when the Nationals arrived at Citizens Bank Park on Monday, but that was almost a given at this point. Their weekend was defined by hours upon hours of rain delays, interspersed with innings upon innings of soggy baseball. Sunday's game, postponed to Thursday, is now being threatened by Hurricane Florence. This team has not seen the sunshine upon it kindly in some time, literally and figuratively. But as the Nationals settled into the visitors' clubhouse Monday, the rain eased up. The forecast looked clear. For the first time in days, and probably the last time too, a game looked likely to start on time. Then the Phillies grounds crew pulled up the tarp, revealing a field that looked something like freshly tilled farmland. They had not put the tarp on the field Friday, when rain drenched the area as the Phillies played in New York. Rain soaked the area all weekend, so the tarp sat on a wet field that never had a chance to dry. By the time the rain cleared Monday afternoon, the grounds crew did not have enough time to dry the field using traditional methods, and the Phillies acknowledged the possibility that the start of the game might need to be delayed despite the weather being clear. Nationals-Phillies series preview. Will it end up a wash? The field wasn't tarped Friday night because we were supposed to get a very small amount of rain. If you tarp the field 24 hours a day, it will turn brown, and it will die, so it's an on-off situation, said Howard Smith, a Phillies senior official. We didn't tarp it Friday night. In retrospect, had I known it was going to be this much rain, we would have tarped it. We didn't, damage was done, and now we're just playing catch-up. By playing catch-up, Smith meant blowtorching the field with an emergency fleet of blowtorches attached to propane tanks sitting in wheelbarrows, being pushed slowly across the infield. The Phillies did not keep blowtorches on hand. This was a recent idea aimed at drying out the top layer of dirt enough that they can rake the field and add drying agent. The weather is good enough to play. The field might not be. Number 2018 pic.twitter.com xtldbbwg0e, Chelsea Janes, at Chelsea Janes, September 10, 2018. It's actually working, said Smith, inspiring questions about what ideas the Phillies were not willing to try if they had adopted this one with some measure of skepticism. As word trickled through the Nationals clubhouse, the inhabitants of which are no longer surprised by much at all, those in it began sharing stories of field drying methods from the old days. General manager Mike Rizzo talked about his minor league days, when teams would pour gasoline on the field and light it on fire, and approach manager Dave Martinez said he had watched too. Martinez admitted some skepticism about that approach, given that teams would bring fire hoses to then spray down those infields set alight. But apparently the process worked. What was with that crazy rain delay Friday night at Nationals Park? I've seen helicopters come down, Martinez added, referring to a process by which the whirring blades of hovering helicopters would be used to blow dry, drenched fields. Other tried-and-true methods include a roof. At this point, we keep Major League Baseball apprised of the situation, Smith said. They know we're dealing with a very wet field. The process is not as simple as getting a field in playable condition. The players' union could protest the game being played if it believes the field is not up to Major League standards, that is, if it seems like a safety hazard. At about 5:30 p.m., Steven Strasburg and Spencer Kieboom walked out to the edge of the infield dirt. Strasburg pushed a toe into it, then tilted his head to the side in the direction of the grounds crew in silent skepticism. Asked if he had any thoughts on the state of things, Martinez could only smile. "I do not," Martinez said. "Hopefully they get it fixed, though. We'd like to play today. It would be nice to get a game in."